Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Saturday. As y'all can see from the thumbnail, we back on this topic again. But before we jump into the topic, hey, I just want to remind you guys to please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Black Empowerment Movement. If you're watching from Facebook, hey, go to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, check out a few videos. Make sure you like, share the videos. Hey, I'm being consistent at this work of, bringing news and commentary, related to the black community locally and nationally. So remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Black Empowerment Movement. But today we got to talk about Stephen A. Smith again today. Man, this topic regarding Jerry Jones will not go away. And it's just it just keep on giving per se. And Stephen A. Smith, he's always try to ride the fence, but every now and then Stephen A. true character eventually comes out. Like Stephen A. Smith, guys, he try to ride the fence. And in one video, he said he wakes up every morning try to figure out how to make his boss more money and try to figure out how can he get a piece of it. So he's already sold his soul per se, and he's not a friend of the black community. And when Stephen A. Smith gets called out about how he's not standing up for the black community, he likes to fire back and try to reestablish his blackness. So I'm gonna take y'all down memory lane for the people that may or may not know what's going on, but I like to put things in context. So let's get this show on the road. We're gonna go where it all started. To give y'all a little background, the Washington Post posted a story about a picture of Jerry Jones as a 14-year-old standing with a mob of other white men trying to stop black students in North Little Rock High School. And it kind of ties into the Kyrie situation. You know how Kyrie shared a link, and just from sharing the link, everybody wanted apology from Kyrie. They had this list of demands from Kyrie, but when we had evidence, Jerry Jones is with a white racist mob trying to block black students from integrating North Little Rock High School, the media was quiet regarding that. So, since I have you caught up with some things, let's take it back to where Stephen A. Smith was defending Jerry Jones. Let's take a look at that.
Not race. Stephen A., your reaction to all of this?
I'm pretty pissed off. And let me say this. I'm pissed off, but not for reasons that people would think. I'm very, very fond of Jerry Jones, and I'm not hiding that from anybody. Is his record perfect? No. But I'm pissed off because he doesn't deserve what just happened. He doesn't deserve it. Our report said he was 14 years old. Yeah. Another report said he was 15 years old. At minimum, that's 65 years ago. You're going to bring up...
Okay, guys. Y'all see how he started off saying he's very, very pissed off at people. He never, correct me if I'm wrong, he never come out and say he was very, very pissed off how people was treating Kyrie. But let's continue.
Up a picture of Jerry Jones standing at this protest. No question what was happening is not something that anybody as a black person should be appreciative about. We had 6 students at that particular North Little Rock High School that was trying to desegregate the school.
No one should be okay with it.
Nobody should be okay with that.
Regardless of
we understand that. We get all of that. We also understand what we as black people and as black folks, black men have to deal with And by the way, to some degree, we still deal with a lot of things, and we all know it. Racism is alive and well. Bigotry and prejudice is alive and well. We get all of that. What I'm saying is, here's the part that bothers me. You want to get on Jerry Jones and his track record, fine. In 2003 or so, you know what? You should have hired. Dennis Green shouldn't have got an interview on the phone. It should have been an in-person interview. Right. You should have followed the letter of the rule of the law as it pertains to the Rudy rule. He wanted Bill Parker.
All right, so here he goes, guys. Fence riding to justify his actions.
Parcells, universally recognized one of the greatest football coaches we've ever seen. It was clear he wanted Bill Parcells. Nobody else was going to have a chance of getting that job. That's what he wants to do. You want to malign him for that? Fine. You want to point out that he's one of 7 black NFL owners that's never hired an African American as a head coach? Fine, do all of that. Attack him for that. Go ahead, no problem. I see a plethora of African Americans employed by him. I see black players who play for him who rave about this man and what he's done for them on a personal level. But if you want to go...
See, now he's trying to use the argument that because Jerry Jones then helped a very select few black athletes, not to mention that these black athletes makes him a billionaire. It's not like he's doing it out of the good grace of his heart to help these black athletes. He's doing it because he's getting a return on his investment, Stephen A.
By his hiring record when it comes to head coaches. No problem. Can't go the executive route because we know it's him. You know what I'm saying? He want to be the president, right. GM, the owner. He want to do everything. And then he's got his children that he leads on as well. So you can't go the executive route. But you want to get on him about the head coaches? Fine. But you're going to bring up a photo of him when he was 14, 15 years old. 65 or 66 years ago. This is where cancer culture gets into the mix. And you're making an attempt to eradicate him, what he stands for, and all he has done. I will remind you, we've had Senator Robert Byrd, who passed away.
Okay, enough of that. So, got you caught up on things, and as you guys can see, he's fence riding, making excuses for Jerry Jones, all this and that. So after that video came out when he was defending Jerry Jones, black Twitter, people on YouTube, just black people, period. Oh my God. They tore him down online. Oh my God, they tore him down. And he got in his feelings about it. He was like, I don't know if what did Stephen A expect to happen? So he got in his feelings the day after, or maybe like immediately after making that video and saying all that BS. People online tore Stephen A. Smith up for defending Jerry Jones. You know, and now that's why part of his reaction to black people calling him out on his BS. Let's get into that.
One can only be called the sellout and the coon and all of this other stuff, but so much before you feel compelled to respond. Particularly when you're a black man. Normally I wouldn't do that. I might have a comment here, there, and then move on. It's not like I lose sleep over this. I love when people try to define blackness and act like they got, you know, they got ownership papers on it. You get to define and decide who's black and who's not and all of this other stuff. But certain things need to be spoken about because you see, I have a 2-hour television show every weekday. I'm live on the air of First Take on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to noon. That's 10 hours a week. I'm a co-host on NBA Countdown. It's on twice a week. I've got NBA and Stephen A's World. That's on sporadically, about 8 to 10 shows a year. and I've got this podcast, which I own. I'm in control of the content. I decide what subjects we gonna tackle and what we'll avoid. When you consider that level of reach, do you know what the hell I could do if I wanted to every day? I could be indecent. I can be vicious. I could be somebody that just doesn't give a damn. Contrary to what folks may want to think, I've never been that dude. Yeah, I might talk about your game. I might talk about an act that you committed. But what I never do is engage in character assassination and believe that I have a license to use whatever moment I want to use to define who you actually are. I don't do that. Now, if a preponderance of evidence based on repetitive behavior gives an indication of what your character may be, okay, that's different. But I'm not going to go off an incident and try to castigate you and demonize you and what have you. That's just not my MO. Now, I made news earlier last week, and certainly people didn't accord me that luxury. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, is somebody I purportedly came to the defense of. I didn't view it that way, but if y'all want to label it that way, so be it. Jerry Jones is 80 years old. There was a report, an article in the Washington Post where they were talking about Jerry Jones and how much he could do because of his cachet, his influence, his power in the #1 sports league in all of America, if not all of the world, although some people would say real soccer is bigger than the National Football League, which is a form of soccer, or football rather, because soccer in Europe is football and it's football here in America. That's the National Football League. That's what football is in America. But the NFL is so big, lately, as of recently evidenced by Germany when Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers showed up and 70,000 packed the house and all of this other stuff, and there was games in Mexico and all of this. People were talking about how Jerry Jones has this influence, such profound influence that he could influence racial tendencies in a positive way in the National Football League, meaning the hiring of black coaches, the hiring of black executives, etc., etc. And in that same article, there's a picture of Jerry Jones standing in a crowd, a hostile crowd to say the least, that was opposed to desegregating schools in Little Rock, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, the year was 1957. Jerry Jones was 14 years old, or according to one other report, 15 years old when this happened. And my position was, wait a minute, you gonna pull up a picture of a 14-year-old kid and use that to denigrate him? When the picture was a still picture of him standing in the crowd and looking. That's the reason that we want to sit up there and assume anything about Jerry Jones. I'm not that guy.
All right. So the reason I want to play that, it was pretty lengthy, but I want to make sure we get all of the context of everything regarding Jerry Jones. I didn't want to leave anything out. We trying to piece this puzzle together, guys. The build up to what we really need to talk about and what you saw on the thumbnail. And before we get into it, if you're watching now, please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please do that. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Help your boy get there. But yes, he won't back down, and he kind of doubling down, trying to stand in his position. Now, we got to remember, like, I want to say about a month ago, 2 months ago, we can't remember that. We can't forget that Stephen A. Came to Dallas. Oh, he was on the he was in the chopper with Jerry Jones. Oh my God, he truly, really do love him some Jerry Jones. He may not like the Cowboys football team, but Stephen A. loves some Jerry Jones. I didn't really believe him when he was saying that in the past, but how he's standing firm and keep defending Jerry Jones, it's so noticeable now. But now we get into the part with Jay Will. Jay Williams has a track record of keeping it real per se. Jay Will is the breath of fresh air we've been needing on ESPN from a black person. Jay Will keep it real. He don't worry about if he's gonna lose his job. And for the most part, Jay Will, he speak for us. He speak on most topics. He agree with the common everyday black person, how we see it. Unlike Stephen A., he like to ride the corporate line. He like to do things that's gonna make his bosses money and make them happy. Sell himself out, riding the fence, and then when he get pushed back, he try to reclaim his blackness. That's Stephen A. He showed us time and time again when the people put pressure on him, oh, he want to come back and reclaim his blackness. Then he'll down the road do some more BS. So, but Jay Williams showed Stephen A. He schooled Stephen A. on how you supposed to respond and how you supposed to react to these type of situations. You know, let's get into it, guys, because Jay Williams schooled Stephen A. on how he should have. He talking about he got these platforms and what he can and can't do with his platform. But Jay Williams gonna show him how it's supposed to be done. Let's get into it.
Jones photo.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and
All right, there you have it. There you have it, guys. Jay Williams backed him into a corner. And also, if you just tuning in now, I went through like 3 videos. Once this live concludes, please go back and watch the playback, to watch the whole video. And also, if you're watching now, please go to the YouTube channel, Black Empowerment Movement. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you won't miss when I go live again. But this video will be up on the YouTube channel, so you can go back and replay it. But I definitely need y'all support. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so please go subscribe to the YouTube channel, watch some videos, and I'm gonna keep bringing great content like this. But guys, I'm about to hop off. But how y'all like the new setup? I want to know if y'all noticed something different. I have a new camera now, so I'm not struggle what they call it, struggle streaming right now. So new camera. I hope the sound quality is better. I upgraded the mic, so things are looking pretty good now. Looking at this HD quality now. So guys, hey, I'm slowly but surely, as they say, upgrading the setup, the get up, at the Black Empowerment Movement channel. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in today and taking time out of your Saturday to watch me. But hey, that's keep paying attention to this, because Stephen A. He a flip flopper, he a fence rider. But hey, y'all have a great weekend. I may go live later on with another topic, so stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. And we out of here. All power to the people.